We're recording.
Hi guys, welcome to Minimalist Health and Training. I'm Paul's wife Amanda, and today I'm going to show you a super quick and easy and very budget friendly protein bars. Okay, they just have a few simple ingredients. There's going to be honey, and I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, honey's so expensive, but actually this I believe was $3 something for this, but we have found it at Dollar Tree for $1.25. We got some dark chocolate chips that are optional that go in this recipe. You don't have to put these in, or you can put these in with like dried fruits or pumpkin seed, or just be creative with it. Then we've got creamy peanut butter, great value creamy peanut butter. This huge jar I think was $4 or $5 something, pretty cheap. And to make it low in sugar, you can also buy sweetened, but we chose to do unsweetened almond milk. And then we got the old-fashioned rolled oats. It gives a little bit more chewy texture to it, but you could use quick oats or whatever oats you have on hand if you don't want to go to the store and buy some. And then it also calls for protein powder. We've chose to use the Rise peanut butter protein powder. Excuse me. But you could also choose chocolate or vanilla, whatever protein powder you wanted to put in this. So let's get started. So, and I've never made this, so you're going to go on the adventure with me, guys. So the first thing we're going to do is in a large mixing bowl. Here's the large mixing bowl. This is the one I've chosen. We're going to mix together the oats and the peanut butter protein powder. And it calls for 2 cups of oats. So I've just got a regular 1 cup measuring cup. We're just going to put this first cup right down into our mixing bowl. And then we got to do 1 more cup into the mixing bowl. I was a little off on that one, so I just added a little extra to the bottom of my cup. And then you take your protein powder. We chose the peanut butter, but like I said, the recipe says to use vanilla, but then it also says you can use and experiment with whatever you choose. And it simply calls for 2 scoops of whatever scooper is in your protein powder. 2 of these scoops. This would be 2 of these. That's the size that's in our protein. And you just stick both scoops right down into a mixing bowl with your oats. And I'll show you what that looks like. After you get your oats and your protein powder, that's what it looks like. And then you're going to take a spatula or a spoon, but don't want dirty too much, and you're just going to combine those 2 together. Piece of oats tried to jump ship. That's not cool. Okay. We've got those 2 combined together. Hold on. We got to stick into the side here a little bit. Okay. But now that they're combined together, that's what they look like combined together. Okay, so next we're going to add our peanut butter and our almond milk and honey. Now I did forget to tell you, if you do not want to use honey, you can use maple syrup. But we chose to use honey because it's a little bit healthier than all the sugar and cornstarch or corn syrup that they put in maple syrup, unless you get all natural. But if you get all natural, it's crazy expensive. So we wanted to keep it on the cheap side so anybody can afford it. So we're going to use honey today. And the peanut butter, we're going to do a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And like I said, we've chosen to go with the Great Value Creamy Peanut Butter. tiny bit over, but there's about a half cup, and we're going to mix it in with the oats and the protein powder. Hopefully I'm showing you guys where you can see this, but there it is in the bowl. And next we're going to add our almond milk. And almond milk is also a half a cup. Got the liquid measuring cup here. I'm going to wipe off my hand here. I got peanut butter all over my hand. Now with the almond milk, I will tell you that if your mixture seems dry after you get your ingredients and stuff in it, you add a little bit more until it seems a little moist and it's holding together a little better, okay? It's about a half a cup of almond milk there. And the honey, it's 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons. You can add 2 if you want. And a little tip, if you cannot get your honey out of your container, if you're using honey, stick it in some hot water for just a couple minutes. It'll make it less thick. It'll make it a little thinner. And it will come out a little easier. See how thick it is? If you stick it in a little bit of hot water, it'll thin and loosen it a little bit so it comes out better. And yes, just in case you're wondering, I did wash my hands before we started this. I was like, I didn't see her wash her hands, but I did. There's 2. We need 1 more tablespoon. Okay, there is our 3rd tablespoon of honey. Okay, that's what it looks like with all the ingredients in there. Everything's in there but the dark chocolate chips. Now you could also use semi-sweet chocolate chips or regular milk chocolate, whatever you choose. Or you can just choose not to add anything and just do it with peanut butter. Now all we're going to do is combine the ingredients. We're just folding the ingredients together. This is where it pays to work out. You got to have muscles to stir this together because it's a very thick mixture. Okay guys, let me just show you. After it's all combined together, that's what it looks like. To it, you add just as much as you want to it. Okay, so like I said, we are using the dark chocolate chips. Now, I'll show you how much I use. We may need to add more. But that's how much I'm starting with. But also, like I said, you can use like dried fruits if you choose to. Like I think some maybe dried bananas, like crunch them up or something and throw in here. That might be a good addition. Dried blueberries or maybe some strawberries. Just use your discretion, whatever you'd like to add into these. And these are going to be a great go-to snack, like if you get hungry during the day and you don't want to eat all those extra calories while you're trying to lose weight or gain muscle or whatever it may be that you're doing. This is the mixture that we got so far with the peanut butter and the chocolate chips in there. Don't know if y'all can see that, but that's what we got. I think I'm actually going to add just a few more to make sure it goes throughout the mixture, okay? I'll add a few more and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I just added that much more and I'm going to mix them in, guys. Okay, so now I've got all my peanut butter or my chocolate chips mixed in. That's what it looks like. So now what I'm going to show you is what we do. Now, this recipe did call for parchment paper, but I didn't have any. But you're supposed to line your pan, and it would call for a 9-inch square pan, but this is an 8x4, so it's going to work just the same. And then since I didn't have parchment paper to line my pan and help it to come out easier, I'm going to just take a little bit of oil and pour in here. And you can use cooking spray if you have cooking spray. Cooking spray will work the same. But I'm just going to take a little bit of regular olive oil, put down in here, and just take a paper towel. Woo, that was a little much. Hold on. Pour some back in there. Okay. So I'm just going to take a paper towel and spread the oil around in my dish that I'm going to use. And make sure you get all the sides if you're going to do it this way, okay? Because if you don't get all the sides, it's still going to stick and not want to come out of there. Make sure you grease it up really well. And I think you could probably use whatever size pan you want. Like if you want them thick, really thick instead of thin, you could use an even smaller pan than this. If you want them thinner, you can use a bigger pan. It's just pretty much what you choose. And then we're going to take our mixture, if I can get it up out of here, and just put it down in this pan that I just greased. The key is to get it all out of there. It's a really thick and stiff mixture. I'm going to use my peanut butter spoon, I think, for now, to scrape the rest of this out of there. And then we're going to take our spatula, bringing out the spatula again, and we're just going to press it. Use the spatula and press it down in this pan. And if you have problems with your spatula sticking to the thing, I could have done this, but I've already got it messy since I stirred with it too. You can actually just take yourself a little bit of oil and rub on it, or you can just put a tiny bit of cooking spray on it, and it'll help it not to stick to your mixture. Little pro tip. I'm not a pro at this though. This is my first time making these, so we'll learn it together and see how it's going. After they're in the pan, this is what they're going to look like, guys. And then they go in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. And then you can cut them. And if you want to eat them faster, you put them in the freezer for about 30 minutes. But make sure you check them before the 30 minutes is up, because they could freeze and you don't want frozen ones. But again, what you need for this recipe, let me just show you, and you've seen what, and you can follow the video. This is all there is to it. And if you follow the video, it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how this stuff and in what order it goes through, guys. But we'll see you guys back in 30 minutes when these babies are ready to come out of the freezer. So stay tuned, because you don't want to miss it. Hi guys, welcome back. These have set in the fridge, but I did go ahead and put them in the freezer because I did find that they set up better in the freezer, and this is what they look like once you've cut them. And I will tell you, when I was taking them out, when I was taking these out, the recipe did say if you don't get it the right consistency, if it's like it's not wet enough, use more milk, a tablespoon at a time. And you may need more oats if they're too gooey. And I do think we needed a little bit more oats in these. But, you know, you can just go by what you think. But that's what they look like. And here's what they look like in the pan once they're set up. So, let's try one. They do pick up pretty good, so let's see what they taste like. They're very chewy, and I like the chocolate chips in them. It gives them a nice crunch, and they taste amazing. They're really, really good. So make sure you try these, because these are amazing. They're healthy. They're high protein, low sugar, so you have to try them. Thanks for joining, guys. Make sure you comment, you like, and you subscribe, and you tell us what else would you like to see us cook and try new healthy recipes. Just let us know in the comments, and we'll be sure to answer you. And if you have any questions about the recipe, just let us know and we'll answer your questions, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.